NFL training camps are underway, so let the torn ACLs commence. Now, as teams are getting their reps in, we're going to take a look at who might be in the last place for each division that will be battling for the #1 draft pick, or as I like to call it, the Manning Prize. Now, we'll take a look at the AFC first, and we'll take a look at the South Division. And this is a team that's always a bridesmaid, but there's some stiff competition in this category, but at the end of the day, the Titans didn't have the #1 draft pick because they were a quarterback away from making it to the Super Bowl. They have lots to fix, and they also have a somewhat unknown quarterback because he was good in college, but will he be good in the NFL? Because Team Tebow was also good in college, but I don't see him shining up his Super Bowl ring in the Heisman house. And they also lost Will Levis to shoulder surgery, and he'll be out for the season. So they don't have a backup option, so they got to keep Cam Ward protected. Now, I think the North is going to have two teams that make it to the playoffs, but one of those teams is not the Browns. And I'm just going to say it, they should have kept Baker. Now, in the West, theirs is tricky because I do think that the Chiefs are going to get the division title, and I also think the Chargers are going to get a wild card spot. But is Bo Nix going to take a step back in year 2, or have the Raiders done enough to claw their way out of last place? I don't think they have. And lastly, the East, where it's lazy to just say it's going to be the Patriots because they've been horrible the last couple years, or the Jets because they're an old standby to always be last in the division. But I think we need to be worried about the Dolphins. They're either going to be amazing or a disaster. And I really just think it's going to be a disaster at this point because they are lacking in so many key positions on defense that I just don't see them making it to the postseason. Now, on the NFC side, let's just go ahead and start with the easy NFC North. Now, I do think the Bears are going to improve, and I do think the Vikings take a step back. But frankly, the Packers and the Lions are just too good, and having to play them twice a year is going to have the Bears in hibernation for the postseason. And phew! There are so many contenders for the #1 draft pick in the NFC South. Now, I do think that the Buccaneers are #1. I do think the Falcons come in second. And I think the Panthers come in #3. I really just think the Saints are going to need to pray for a miracle this season. Now, in the NFC West, I think the Rams and the 49ers are good to go. But I do think that the Seahawks have an issue. If they get Darnold like he was on the Vikings, then I think they're good to go. If they get Darnold like he was on the Jets, then they'll have last place. And finally, we head to the Super Bowl champions division, where the Eagles have only gotten better. Dak is back like a great reunion tour, and Jaden Daniels, I think, keeps rolling. But I don't know if Russell Wilson has enough to save the Giants, but I'm willing to watch him try. Let's see how it goes.